what's going on right now, sir?
You ain't getting shit. I'm taking all the money. And she's like, you ain't getting shit. Blah blah. Like, call the cops. Keep your $600. I'll pay my part, and I just want their money back.
On May 29th, 2025, officers in Texas responded to a civil disturbance call. A man called 911 over a rent money dispute with his co-tenant, a woman he shared both a lease and a relationship with. What began as a routine civil call would end with the caller himself in handcuffs.
Hello, Kingsville PD?
Yes, ma'am.
Who caught the cop, sir?
My uncle.
Okay, is he here? Does he want to step out, or? Hello, sir. Did you want to step out, or?
Okay, it don't matter.
Oh, okay. What's your name, sir?
Enio.
Enio.
Yeah.
7-2 Kings. I'm making contact with the Enio. Is the other party here too? That you
Yeah,
got
she's
the
in the room.
Okay. So what's going on right now, sir?
Got into it since earlier, all day today. She's been going in and out, and rent's due on the thing. I have my nieces and them; they pay their part, and I sent it to her because she was supposed to go pay the rent, which is I always paid it. I have proof that I always paid. Sent it to her on her time, and because my boss writes a check to her, pay the rent, and then she goes, "Oh, you ain't getting shit. I'm taking all the money. Like, none of that money in that is hers. It's mine. My niece and nephew, we got proof that they sent it to me, sent it to her. I'm just saying, can you just send that money back for the rent? You can go on about your way." And she's like, "You ain't getting shit, blah blah blah." Like, call the cops. Like, I'm just like, dude, you're fucking us up when that's not my part of my money. It's their money, my money, and she didn't have enough for her part, so I put in her part.
So why does she have it?
Because she was gonna go because she still owed the $600 that the check, which is I have the paper right here from my boss, which was issued this week. She took the other piece to go cash it, and she was supposed to put it in her card and send the full amount back to me or pay the lady through Venmo, which is I paid the lady through Venmo every month. I had the proof on it on my Venmo. She was saying, "Oh, I'll take care of it since I still owe a little bit," but she said she's not gonna pay it after all. But she has over, I think it altogether it's $1,800 in her account that she needs to give me back.
But she's moving out, right?
She's the one that's leaving right now. She don't have to leave. I'm not kicking her out. There's no hating, nothing like that. She's the one that's deciding to leave.
Is anybody moving out right now?
Not that I know.
Okay. I was just making that clear from some information
that's
they had.
No one's kicking her out. I even told her I'll go to the other room for the meantime. Like,
this payment arrangement though, this is just something y'all.
We've always I paid it every month. She gave me her part. Niece and nephew, we're helping them out right now, and we help them out, and they pay their part.
So it's just kind of like you do what I do, we help me, I help you.
No,
like it's just
just like we come in together. Boom, there's our rent, and for her, just because she's mad, whatever. Oh, I'm not paying shit, and the rent's ready coming up due on the 1st, and I was like, hey, do send that. I even told her keep the $600 from your side. Just give me back what they gave me and what I put in. Keep your $600. I'll pay the rest. She still doesn't want to do that. I go, keep the money, and she didn't put it in. I put it in for her. I go, I understand that's your money. You're supposed to reimburse me on Wednesday. Keep it. I don't worry about it. I'll pay my part, and I just want their money back. Just their money back. That's it.
Does she want to talk to us at all?
If y'all want to, go talk to her. That's up to her. That's what I'm saying. I just have proof of the check and everything.
Go ahead. She's inside, right?
Yes.
Can somebody call her out? Just so we can kind of see what's going on? Or I can call her out through right there if you don't mind. Or
They want to talk to her.
So the way it's paid, they put it together on a card. So they use the card to pay the rent.
Right.
Yeah, I paid
Where's
through
the
the
person
Venmo.
that takes the actual rent located?
She's in Ricardo, Miss
So
Desiree.
she's not local, but nearby.
Yeah, she I paid through Venmo.
Was she wearing a red shirt?
Who?
The girl you were talking about?
I don't know. She just took a shower, so I don't know
Oh,
what she's
okay.
wearing.
Somebody came out with a red shirt with kids.
See, look, nobody showed that.
The core legal question here is whether the co-tenant's refusal to return the pooled funds constituted theft under Texas law. Under Texas Penal Code Section 31.03, theft requires appropriation of property with intent to permanently deprive the owner. The money was transferred voluntarily for a shared purpose through a digital platform with the sender's consent. Without clear evidence of intent to permanently deprive, the theft threshold was not met. Officers correctly identified this as a civil matter. Separating the parties was not optional, it was procedure. Independent interviews prevent social pressure from contaminating witness accounts. This technique is standard practice on domestic calls and is considered essential to accurate threat and offense assessment.
Hello.
You can step over here with me, sir. So you want to talk to her real quick, Devin?
Yeah.
Just asking her what's going on.
You can sit right here with us.
And you could just step over here with me, sir.
She's gonna talk to her real quick.
Oh, so we switch?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
okay.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
You can step over here. Alrighty, ma'am. So what's going on?
So we're just having like a disagreement.
Okay.
Just like a normal couple argument. It's just a disagreement about rent and what needs to be paid. We're both the least people on the household.
Okay.
I know rent's due on the first.
Okay.
I know that if I don't pay the rent, whoever pays it, it's either me or him has to pay it on the first. He sent me the money earlier today on Chime to pay rent. He says I don't want to be a financial responsibility. I get confused with certain things, and I feel like you're more financial to pay it. Okay, fine. Rent's due on the first. I know we live here. I know that I reside here. I know my rights as to being, he can't kick me out. I can't kick him out. I can give him my driver's license too. That way they can pull it up. But it's the fact that I told him, like, if we're arguing, whatever, I can go with my sister. Like, I can find.
So the money right now, where is it?
I'm sorry?
You have the money.
The chime that was sent to me,
Yes.
portion
You have
of
all
that
that
rent. Yes, that chime payment.
Which is how much?
It was like 1,050 to my knowledge.
Okay.
I think I can pull it up on
Okay.
Chime for you guys.
And so him wanting his money back and you giving it.
He's talking about the one to send it back to Chime
Yeah.
because we all put in parts.
Yes.
And
So his part or whatever.
But the only people that are able to pay it is myself or him.
Yes.
To the
So
to the
but him
landlord.
wanting everything to go back to where it belongs to. So that's the other people that live in the house, and
Yeah.
him, you just sending the money back.
Correct. That's what he wants. But we all live in the home, so it was either just pay the rent, which I told him I'm paying the rent.
Okay, but right now, if he just wants the money back, you just sending it back to him and sending back the other people their money.
For the rent that was paid for the home is
He's
what you're saying?
sending, because it's not due till the first, correct?
Yes, but
Okay, so that's what he's asking for right now is the money.
Yes, the part of that portion that I'm telling you that he sent, that he loaded on his card, that's my portion included in that.
Okay, so again, just him, what you can send back to him that is his, and the other people that is yours.
Okay.
Just sending it back.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do that. You
Yeah,
can just
I can send
okay.
it directly back to them.
Okay, just send it back, and then you can contact the other person, right? There's somebody else, the owner, I guess, of the house.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Contact her and let her figure out as amongst y'all. But as far as money that was sent to the Chime, that just send it back to the people that it belongs to.
Okay.
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 Just to disregard and to avoid any other issues.
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
All right.
had to turn it into a KPS. Okay.
So what does that mean? Like another for a court
Hold on.
case thing here? What?
I'll call her back. I'll tell her I'll call her back if I need her. You can step inside for right now, man. Yeah.
So does that turn into like another court case? Another
No,
another pricing?
it would actually either have to be an arrestable situation, or we'll discuss that in a second.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna finish telling you whatever she discussed with her.
So right now, you just want the money that you send her back to your
Yeah, I just want it back.
right?
Yeah,
and
that's all
then
I
your
want.
niece and nephew their money
And
back that they sent.
I can send it back to them or whatever.
That's what she said. She's gonna send back whatever belongs to you and whatever belongs to them each. They're gonna send back to them. She said, I can do that.
The co-tenant correctly understood her legal position as a co-leaseholder. Under Texas Property Code Section 92.001, co-tenants hold equal possessory rights to the residence. Neither party may unilaterally compel the other to vacate. The remedy for a co-tenancy dispute is civil eviction through the courts, not police enforcement. Officers facilitated a voluntary return of funds on scene, a textbook example of civil mediation over unnecessary criminal enforcement. When no crime has been committed, the appropriate police role is not to compel, but to assist parties in reaching lawful resolution. This discretion is legally sound and reflects the kind of proportional judgment that protects departments from civil liability.
That's all I wanted.
And I told her, as far as any other issues, payment-wise and stuff, to contact the actual owner, and I guess y'all can figure it out through there if y'all are having issues amongst
I had no
that.
issues with nothing. I was just, she was saying inside that, oh, you ain't getting shit, and I'm leaving with, I go, you can leave. I go, no one's kicking you out. There was no bad blood. It's just, we got into a little argument. I was just like, if you want to leave, you can leave. I don't force you to stay nowhere. Like, that's what I told her. And then I go, I'm gonna call the cops if you don't want to give me the money back, because it's not all my money, it's their money too, and I don't feel right that you're taking that out on them. And they were telling her too, like, hey, why are you taking our money? We just paid them today. Like, can we just get our stuff? I even told her, I go, you can keep it $600. Like, I don't need it. I'll pay out of my pocket. You know what I mean? And
So who else is in the house right now?
just
Is
me,
you,
my
her?
nephew, my niece, and her boyfriend, and
How old
her
are-
two little kids.
How old are niece and nephew?
My niece and nephew, they're of age. One's 21. The other one, her boyfriend's 22. My nephew is like 20.
All right, Mr. Audit. So the reason I'm asking is because you're showing 1,000 something worth of warrants right now. Okay. So I'm gonna detain you at this time.
So
Okay.
more than likely they are KPS. We're gonna confirm or ask right now.
Careful, sir. I'm gonna need to use 2 for you.
Any property you wanna
Leave anything in your pockets before.
You can put them in the front.
Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah. You have anything in your pockets you want to leave here, sir? Or anything you want to take with you, like a phone or something before?
That's my phone. Can I take my phone?
You can take it with you, but that's up to you.
Or do you need
I need them to
If
read.
you need them, take them.
Yeah, I told him not to call you guys.
Okay. You can turn.
It's fine.
You can turn the other way, sir. You can face the. You're a big guy.
Huh?
I mean, if
I know, man. That's
if this situation hadn't occurred, then he wouldn't have called us.
That's what I told him. I go, you're doing this for nothing and you're going to jail for your own reasoning.
Well, and so did you go ahead and do the transfers and all that? That you
no,
needed
I gotta
to?
get her information through.
So you want to give that to her so she could do it because it's just easy on the phone, right?
That's how I'm only able to send it back.
Okay.
So I need your info.
Right, because it's like a Cash App or
This one's
Venmo
through
or-
Chime.
Okay, do it right now so we can get that all taken care of.
Okay.
my baby mama.
Uh-huh.
Damn, they f***ing me up on my child support, man. I'm paying like $1,100 for
So
one
you missed.
kid.
You think you missed a payment
No,
or something?
I missed. I'd say right now I
You
did
did?
miss the payment.
Okay, so that's
my
what it
check
is then.
went real low, so I was
Uh-huh.
like, dude, and then I was gonna go back and pay. No, I don't. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was laying down in bed, bro. Just my phone right there. That's it.
I'm gonna give her your phone. Or you want him to keep
I can grab it though. Thank you.
Would it be able to post bond or I gotta wait?
No, if it's just right now, when I get more information on the warrants, I mean,
You know what my warrant for? Unsafe start of a vehicle, bro.
the what?
Unsafe start of a vehicle. I was at Whataburger and I turned my Mustang on. That one of y'all's cops said, "Oh, unsafe. It was too loud or whatever." That I read. I was like, "No, it's just a cold start, bro." Like, that's literally what my ticket's for.
All right, so you can step in there. All right, sure.
A routine records check during any lawful police encounter is constitutionally unimpeachable under the Fourth Amendment. The Supreme Court addressed warrant-based arrest authority in United States v. Watson in 1976. The court held that a warrantless arrest in a public place on a facially valid outstanding warrant is constitutionally permissible. The court reaffirmed this principle in Atwater v. City of Lago, Vista in 2001, ruling that officers need not weigh the severity of the underlying offense before executing a valid warrant. The warrant itself is the constitutional authority. Officers are not required and are not permitted to exercise discretion about whether a warrant is worth enforcing. The outstanding warrants stemmed from 2 separate civil enforcement matters, child support arrears, and an unresolved traffic citation. Under the Texas Family Code Section 157.001, child support enforcement warrants are issued by family courts and carry full arrest authority upon discovery during any lawful encounter regardless of context. The citation for unsafe start of a vehicle, likely issued under Texas Transportation Code Section 547, generated an arrest warrant after remaining unresolved. Minor infractions become serious enforcement matters when left unaddressed. Officer Devon receives an A-. He correctly applied the theft threshold, avoided a legally unsupportable arrest, and facilitated voluntary resolution with no force required. The warrant arrest was executed calmly, clearly, and constitutionally. Minor deduction: the verbal transfer agreement lacked documented confirmation on camera. The female officer receives an A. Her independent interview was precise and legally accurate. She correctly communicated co-tenancy rights without overstepping into coercion, directing the co-tenant to contact the property owner for ongoing issues, demonstrated awareness of the appropriate civil channels. The caller, Enio, receives a B+. His documentation was thorough, his account was accurate, and he remained cooperative, including at the moment of his own arrest. However, an individual with known unresolved civil enforcement matters carries significant legal exposure the moment he initiates police contact. Invoking law enforcement without first assessing personal warrant status is a consequential tactical error, regardless of the legitimacy of the underlying complaint. The co-tenant receives a B. No criminal conduct occurred. She engaged honestly, returned the funds promptly, and demonstrated accurate understanding of her legal rights as a co-leaseholder. The B reflects the judgment lapse that made police contact necessary, withholding third-party funds as leverage in a domestic dispute. 3 lessons from this encounter. First, voluntary transfers through digital platforms do not automatically constitute theft. Intent to permanently deprive must be proven, not assumed. Second, any police encounter exposes all parties to a records check. Outstanding civil enforcement warrants follow the holder into every interaction with law enforcement. Third, officers retain broad discretion to resolve civil disputes through facilitation rather than enforcement. That discretion, properly exercised, is the law working correctly. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.